What happens when a long-running celebrity feud suddenly turns into something far more serious? Something political, personal, and impossible to ignore? Because this isn't just another TV moment. This is Rosie O'Donnell stepping back into the spotlight. Not for comedy, but to once again call out Donald Trump. And this time, she's doing it from outside the United States. Before we dive into the full story, comment where you're watching from, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Now here's the twist. She's not speaking from Hollywood or New York anymore. She's in Ireland, explaining why she felt the need to leave America altogether. And that alone tells you this isn't just the usual back and forth drama. This feels different. The tone is sharper, more serious. It's no longer just about a personal feud. It's about what she believes is happening to the country itself. So as we watch this, pay close attention, because behind the words, there's a bigger story unfolding here. Let's get into it.
Morning to you both. Lovely to have you.
Lovely to see you. We're delighted that you're here and joining us. And we have to ask you, how are you finding Ireland? You're only here since January.
Yes.
How's it going?
It's amazing. It's better than I could have imagined, and I never imagined leaving the United States. I didn't even have an Irish passport, although my siblings do, because I thought, well, I'm never moving out of the United States. I'm kind of like a stay-home mom kind of person. And but then when the election happened, and you know, it was quite obvious what was going to occur as they put out a book that announced it, Project 2025, I knew that it was time for me and my young autistic child to come here.
And let's talk about that a little bit for people who might not know, because the beef between you and Donald Trump go back to the days of when you were a talk show host comedian. He was a personality.
A reality show. He had The Apprentice, which was all fiction.
Yes.
And a lot of people in America didn't know that it was fiction because they sold him as America's biggest successful businessman, and he had been bankrupt 6 times, and he had lots of charges of sexual abuse against him, and he is, you know, known for lying and for corruption. And he had a charity that he and his family now can never do a charity again in New York because they stole money from children who had cancer.
And this is all fact.
All you need to find out these facts is a computer, people. I am not an investigative journalist. I simply lived there my whole life. And in New York, where he grew up as well, we're around the same age. I'm 63, he's 107. Is that what he is? I'm not sure. But, and so I've known who he was from the get-go.
But a lot of male chat show hosts were saying the same things that you were.
Yes.
But it was just you. You just got under his skin.
And he went crazy in a way that I was shocked. And it's almost 20 years since that show.
And he's still, to this very day.
To this day, at the debate, they said to him, you call women pigs, gross, disgusting, fat, ugly. And he said, no, only Rosie O'Donnell. To roarious applause and laughter in the audience. And I was at home with my kids watching it going, how do you explain this? You know, luckily it was they were pretty young at the time, but now my youngest is 12. My other ones are in their 20s.
Yeah.
So it's really to protect my 12-year-old that I knew I had to come.
Because let's talk about that. A lot of people said they would leave should Trump become president, all this kind of stuff. You did leave for reasons of safety. What was happening to you in the streets?
Well, it wasn't so much in the streets, but after he won, I was in CVS with my child, and 2 different people, one with a MAGA hat and one a Trump supporter, came over and told me with curse words that their guy won. And, you know, said the F word in front of my child, who said, why are people cursing at us? And I said, well, remember I told you that there was a guy who's not so nice and he's running for president again? Remember when you were a little baby and he was the president and everything went wrong? She said, yes. I said, well, he's back now. And she said, so it's time for us to go.
And that's what, because you did stay during his first presidency.
I did, and it was a difficult time for me mentally and emotionally.
Because this has obviously taken a toll on you over these years.
You know, it's something to go from being a kind of known celebrity in America that people liked, that won a lot of, that had a lot of accolades, that had a lot of, to despised by half the population. Half the country thinks that he is the new coming of Christ, and half the country sees what's happening, that fascism has taken hold in America, and it's terrifying, not just for America, but for the world.
And You arrived over going, "Do you know what, I'm going to move to Ireland. Sure, it'll be grand. I'll sit down, eat some potatoes,
Yeah.
have some
Or
whatever."
Kyo's crisps are out there.
Put to work straight away by this young man here.
What a takedown by Rosie O'Donnell. Once again, just letting the world know about who Donald Trump is, the nasty piece of work that he is, and letting the Irish people know. And I also liked that she mentioned about Project 2025, something that, unfortunately, I just feel in the mainstream media, they don't speak about enough. They just don't speak about it enough whatsoever. I've done a little bit of research, and I took a look at the things that it is that Donald Trump said about Rosie O'Donnell, and I'll take you guys through some of them now. During July 2014, Trump called Rosie O'Donnell crude, rude, obnoxious, and dumb. After she rejoined The View. He's repeatedly referred to her as a loser and a woman out of control. During the 2016 presidential debate, Trump claimed that he had said tough things to Rosie and implied she deserved it, calling her a fat, ugly slob in a roundabout way, suggesting her past insults justified his harsh words. He's called her a disaster. What he said about being crude and whatnot. Trump referred to her as a snake oil salesman and criticized her multiple marriages, calling her a loser and fat little Rosie. I mean, look, there's more things that I can see here on my screen, but I'm not going to go into them, but this is straight up bullying. This is straight up bullying. If any other male on planet Earth was torpededly target a single female, that person will be reprimanded and will be referred to and known as a bully. But unfortunately, we live in a world today where people are scared to call out the-arranged demigod, Donald Trump, simply because they're scared of the comeback that it is that they're going to get from his MAGA base and a lot of people that are on the far right. This is a very, very nasty man that it is that we're dealing with in Donald Trump, but we should never ever be surprised by something like this. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below this video, and while you're down there, hit that subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel, and also hit the thumbs up purely for the YouTube algorithm. Let's get this video in front of as many people as possible. Make sure you let me know your comments, your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.